Hello and welcome back to my Myrtle Beach real estate video blog where I'm bringing you relevant topics about our local real estate market here along the Grand Strand. Thanks as always for joining me. And today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on specifically in the condo market. You know, I get a lot of questions, Greg, especially here in the springtime as we're just wrapping up the spring. You know, what's going on with the oceanfront or what's going on with condos? It tends to be a question I'm getting a lot, so I wanted to talk about that today. You know, as we're essentially right at mid part of June, the spring market essentially is over with. We still have a lot of action that happens here in the summer, a lot of emotional purchases. Vacationers, people that are here get caught up in the emotion of owning beach property. So there still will be a lot of transactions, but there's a lot of calculated transactions that occur in, say, March and April that close in May, so you can reap the benefits of the summer income when we're talking about resort property, the oceanfront, ocean view condos. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you some stats on what we saw in the month of May here at the Hoffman Group, our company, in terms of just condos only. I feel like, you know, our sales in May were a microcosm of the overall market. So give you some stats, some ideas that may surprise you, that may not, and I hope it sheds some light on what we saw here in the spring market on the oceanfront, on the resort stuff. So in the month of May, we had the good fortune of closing 48 condos last month, 48. And I took out all the single family home sales that we had, and I'm just talking about condominiums. Now, the low end on those, $34,900, a little landmark condo, up to $485,000 at North Beach. We actually had the opportunity to sell 5 North Beach plantations. We had 5 North Beach condos close in May. Now, what's interesting, were exactly half, 24 of those condos that closed were cash transactions, and half of those 24 were financed by a lender. And that's common, what we're seeing on the oceanfront. If you read the papers, that's very common what we're seeing. About 50% of the transactions are cash. The other interesting thing is March and April, all of those transactions with the exception of 2 were written in March and April. So you had March, April people buying or writing the offers, writing contracts to close in May to own them by now so they collect the income. Very normal, very common. The total volume of those 48 closings was just under $9.5 million. So that's an average of just over $197,000 per unit, which is pretty strong here. So I hope this kind of sheds some light on what's happening. Don't buy into what you're hearing, that nothing is selling, nobody's buying property, and the prices are just dreadfully low. Yes, compared to 05, 06, nothing's selling. The prices are dreadfully low. It's terrible. But that's 6 years ago. We have to deal with what's going on right now in 2011, and it is better now than we've seen in several years. Yes, prices are still down. Yes, sellers aren't happy about what they're selling for, but there's more activity. There's more people coming into our market now. And, you know, with 48 closings last month, you know, with close to, you know, $10 million worth of volume, we know that there's a lot of activity. I expect this to continue into the summer. We have to watch the market stats to see what the winter is going to bring, but right now we're very optimistic. If you have any questions at all about your property specifically, or how you need to be positioned in order to sell, or just any general questions about the local market here, don't hesitate. Give me a call, shoot me an email, greg@gregsisson.com, or call me directly on my cell phone. I'd love to talk to you. And as always, thanks for joining me. I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye-bye.